This is absolutely insane. Angel Reese was still in the game, went down by 30, and still stayed in because she wanted so desperately to get that double-double. She's still in the game, a minute 46, and now they're down by 22 points at this point, and she's fighting for it. She gets the double-double against all backup players. This is so comically, hilariously absurd. This is an embarrassment. This is an absolute embarrassment. I can't believe she would even want the double-double under these circumstances. The fact that she was still out there is crazy. It really is. To be in there with a minute 40 or so to go, and she just wants to try to get that double-double so badly. It's embarrassing. You just don't see that in other sports. In basketball, for instance, you know how many times that players like Steph, Clay, LeBron, any of these players are having insane nights, historic nights, knocking down 3 after 3 after 3, going for 50, 60 points, whatever it may be. And they sit out the fourth quarter if they're too high up. If they're winning by too much. They don't continue to play and try to juice up the stats. Because they understand that's not the way it works. That when you get something under that context, it's kind of embarrassing. It's kind of like nothing to be proud of. But yet in a blowout at home, when you're being dominated by none other than Caitlin Clark, who actually had a career high game in 31 points, Angel Reese has had to stay out there desperately trying to get a meaningless double-double. This is all the proof you need to know that double-doubles like this, in general, are just meaningless. They're meaningless stats. They mean nothing. Nothing. This is a perfect example why, and I have the clip here. Even the commentators are surprised. Yeah.
For a rookie in a single season, she's going for it. Dribbling off the drive, spins, bucket is good. 23 double-doubles on the season. Another rookie record for Reese.
Yeah, congratulations. It's now down by 20 with a minute to go.
But she finds a way.
It's not always pretty, but she finds a way. She finds a way against backups? They completely emptied the bench. It's embarrassing. It is legitimately embarrassing. There's no other way to look at it. It's embarrassing. I mean, I actually feel bad. And this is why it's so funny, too. Because they asked Caitlin Clark and I think Angel Reese, like separately, of course, do you care about the Rookie of the Year award? And Angel Reese said, no, she doesn't care. And then you do stuff like this? Get out of here. Of course you care about individual stats. Of course you care about individual awards. Every player does. So I hate when players lie and say they don't care. Maybe after someone has already won 1, 2, 3, 4, a ton of like MVP, scoring titles, whatever it may be, and they haven't won a ring like a championship yet, then I believe them. But it's just a lie. The true GOATs admit that they want to be the best, that they want to win, and they want to be the reason why they win, right? They admit that. Kobe said that. MJ said that. I mean, they've all said that in one way or the other. So when anytime you ever hear players be like, oh, I don't really care about the Rookie of the Year award or this, that. Yes, you do. And this is concrete proof that you do. Otherwise, you would not be in this game right now. There's zero reason for you to be in this game right now. Zero. In fact, if you had any self-respect for yourself, you wouldn't even want to be on the court with all the backups. You would say, I'm not going up against them. We're down by 20. I'm not going up against the backups. It's an insult. It would be an insult for your coach to ask that. And in fact, the only reason why your coach would even have you out there under those circumstances is if you're clearly playing terrible and you need to try to find a rhythm again. They'll occasionally do that if a hot shooter, say like a Klay Thompson, is having a bad shooting night, or he's been playing bad, in a few games in a row, and they're either up by a lot or down by a lot. He'll kind of stay in there maybe with the backups, with the emptied bench, to try to just get himself into rhythm, get some shots going. That wasn't the case here. That was not the case here. And it's funny because the commentators didn't even say anything. They weren't like, yeah, this is kind of a weird thing. This doesn't feel right. They're just like, and she gets her 23rd double-double. It's not always pretty, but she finds a way. What are we talking about here, man? And it's just crazy because people will still use the double-doubles as like a frame of reference as to how great and how she's better than Caitlin Clark. It's just nonsense. And it's a shame. And this is my big caveat. This is a shame because this hurts Angel Reese. because then I have to make videos like this. And I don't think Angel Reese is like some trash garbage player, because she's not. She's obviously a really good player. I know a lot of Caitlin Clark fans don't want to hear that, but she is. She's obviously a good player. She is not trash. She's not garbage. She's not this awful player. She is another future star in the WNBA. That's undeniable. But she is not on the same level of Caitlin Clark. She is not. And these are the exact reasons why. This is a perfect example why it's indefensible and it's insane. And I just can't believe that Angel Reese would even do that. I can't believe her coach even put herself in a position to do that. Be like, hey, Angel, I know you want this double-double, but nah. You're down by 20. They were down by like 28 at some point, whatever it was. Like, no. You can't do that. That's a bad look. You could make the argument if they were up by 20, maybe. Being down by 20 plus points. Man, that's just ugly. It's just ugly. But those are just my thoughts. I would absolutely love to hear yours. Do you think Angel Reese should have stayed in when she was down by this much in the fourth quarter to try to get another meaningless double-double? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I would absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.